So for today's question of the day, this is kind of going to be an add-on from the last question. So I'm going to be asking you guys, if Eevee were to get a new evolution, what would you want its typing to be? Now for me, let's see. I would probably want it to be a Steel type next, because Steel is definitely one of the best types in the game competitively, and you know, a Steel Eevee, that would be kind of cool actually, like a Steeleon, Ironeon, however you want to call it. So yeah, leave your answers in the comments below and let's get started with the battle. What's up guys, Rampage here again, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Here we got a really great UU match against some guy who goes by the name of armeXgamer that I found off of the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder. He was hosting a UU match and I decided to accept because I wanted to use this new UU team that I made recently. This isn't my first time using this team, it's actually my second time. The first time I used this team, it was a really great match that I'm deciding to send over the Pokemon Spit Beta, so look out for that. So anyway, let's talk about this team. It revolves around this Choice Scarf Chandelure, Nasty Plot Porygon Z, and Dual Screening Xatu. Those are the guys that you haven't seen before from me. And the other guys are just Choice Banded Heracross, hits very hard, and you know that Registeel I always use, and Defensive Milotic, because those guys are really good with support. So without further ado, let's get started with this battle. I'm going to lead off with my Registeel. My opponent's going to lead off with a Raichu. I was thinking he was going to lead off with his Aerodactyl, but you know, Raichu's also nicely, I guess, if he wants to do that. So anyway, I'm going to set up my rocks, and my opponent's going to go for the Nasty Plot. That's very scary for me, seeing as though this Raichu's at +2, and it's going to hurt anything on my team basically. He's going to hit me with a Focus Blast. I'm hoping I can live this because I am max special defense, and Registeel is a very bulky guy. I am able to live, hit him with a Seismic Toss, and I do see that he has the Life Orb, so that's also good information for me to have. So now he's just going to take me out with the Thunderbolt. That's fine by me because now I'm going to be able to get a safe switch into my Chandelure, and hopefully he stays in, which he probably won't. Like, that's what a noob would do. But I was hoping he would stay in so I could just take him out. But you know, he's not a noob. He's going to switch out into his Blastoise. I'm going to hit him with a Shadow Ball, and that's not going to be able to do too much to this Blastoise. So I don't want to stay in here for too much longer. I'm going to switch out into my Porygon Z, knowing I could take a hit. I was thinking he was actually going to go for the Rapid Spin, but I'm dumb. Forgot that Chandelure's a Ghost type. He can't Rapid Spin. Well, he could, but it wouldn't do anything. So I'm going to switch out to my Porygon Z. He goes for the Scald and gets the burn, which is super unfortunate. So my Porygon Z is pretty much crippled right now. So I'm just going to decide to stay in and hit this thing with a Tri-Attack. I am able to take this thing out with a crit, fortunately for me, so I guess that makes up for the burn hacks. I don't know, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, who knows. So he's going to switch out into his Aerodactyl. Porygon Z is pretty much crippled, but I don't think he's completely useless yet, so I'm going to switch out, go out into my Milotic, who I think can take a hit from this Aerodactyl. I'm thinking that this Aerodactyl is actually offensive, seeing as though he didn't lead with it to get up his rocks, and I thought correctly because he does have a Life Orb, and that Stone Edge does quite a buttload to me. So I'm going to have to, what am I about to do? Oh my gosh, I just had this battle like 30 minutes ago. How do I not remember already? He's going to bring out his Heracross. I'm going to go for the Scald. Lucky and unlucky for me, I do get the burn. Lucky because, you know, residual damage. Unlucky because he has Guts, which is going to increase his attack. So I'm just going to go for the Protect just to see what he wants to lock himself in on. And he wants to lock himself in on Mega Horn, which is a smart play. Because if he went for close combat, I could easily just go out into my Chandelure like I'm going to do now anyway, just because I'm thinking I should be able to take this Mega Horn nicely, but I thought wrong, and Mega Horn does over half to me, so I can't stay in. I'm going to have to go out into my Porygon Z as Death Father just so I can let this thing die and accumulate some burn damage on his Heracross, and then bring out my Milotic to protect. So seeing as though you just heard my plan, let this battle catch up to what I just said. So I'm going to bring out my Milotic and go for the Protect, but he's actually going to switch out. That's probably, well, I'm not going to say it's a bad play because he could use his Heracross as Death Father later, but it's going to die coming back in because I do have my rocks up. So I'm going to go for the Protect as he brings in his Raichu, and then I'm going to go for the Protect again, I believe. And I am able to live that Thunderbolt. I did calc it, and I did calculate I could live that even with max damage, so I'm going to go for the Scald, take out this Raichu, and now my Milotic's sitting at pretty good, well, not pretty good HP, but yeah, you know what I mean. Not really, but he's going to bring in his Magmortar. I'm going to go for the Protect just to get a little bit more lefties recovery. And he's going to go for the Thunderbolt. I'm not sure whether his Magmortar is scarfed as well. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure his Heracross was scarfed. So I'm not sure about his Magmortar. So anyway, he's going to go for the Thunderbolt. I'm going to switch out into my Heracross. Unfortunately for me, I do get parahacks, which sucks. I don't know how much that comes into play later on. So yeah, I don't really think it actually does come into play. So I don't know. Don't take my word for it though. So I'm just going to go for the Stone Edge, knowing that it hits everything on his team. And he's going to bring out his Aerodactyl after he Death Bothers his Heracross, and he's just going to take me out with his Stone Edge quite easily. So yeah, that Parahacks really didn't come into play at all. So yeah. So now I'm going to bring out my Chandelure, who I know can revenge kill this Aerodactyl. I'm Scarfed. I have the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball hurts a lot, and it's going to take out this Aerodactyl. So that's a good thing right there. He's going to bring out his Gligar. I don't want to take an Earthquake, so I'm going to switch out into my Xatu, who I know resists the Earthquake, and I can just set up my screens. I'm thinking that his Gligar shouldn't really be able to hit me with anything, because I do have the Magic Bounce, so he can't hit me with like a Toxic or something. He might be able to knock off my Light Clay, because that's the item I have, but I'm not worried about that. My Xatu doesn't have any attacking moves, so I really can't hurt his Gligar either. I'm just going to set up my Light Screen as he switches out into his Magmortar. And he's going to go for the Thunderbolt on this play. And that's going to do less than half, so I'm not going to take another one. I'm just going to go for the T-Wave right here because I want my Milotic to outspeed this thing. And now I'm going to go for the Wish because I want to Wish Pass to my Chandelure so I can get a lot of HP back. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right here, as he gets Parahacks twice in a row. So that's very unfortunate for him, very fortunate for me, because now I should be able to just go through the rest of his team with this Scarf Shadow Ball. So let's hope that I can. So I'm going to go for this Shadow Ball right here, and that's going to do a nice chunk to this Gligar. It looks like a 2-hit KO, so I'm just going to stay in and go for the Shadow Ball again, and that is going to take out the Gligar, luckily for me. So now his last guy is a Magmortar, which is going to take damage from the Stealth Rocks, and the Shadow Ball would definitely be able to take this thing out from that range of HP. So yeah, that's going to be the game. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and if you did, please push that like button. Also leave a comment. I do enjoy reading your comments. And is there anything really to say? I don't think so. So I hope you guys all have a nice day, and I will see you guys in the near future. Rampage here, signing out. Peace out.